Hey, I'm Sasha Andreev, and this is ReNew, the green VBS. Let's go into the snack site and see what our team did to transform the space from this into this. The snacks area is obviously where the kids are going to be eating their snacks. It's also the area where they might be assembling or making their snacks, so it's important to have tables and chairs set up for that. Now, we're lucky at this church to already have tables and chairs, so the goal for our decorating team will be to designate this area using found and recycled items, as well as to encourage the kids while they're snacking to think about healthy living, healthy eating, and of course recycling. So we're hoping that all of those elements are made out of repurposed and green items. There's no reason recycle bins have to cost a fortune. So, to stay on budget, we decided to make our own. So what are you painting here?
This will be the recycle box for the aluminum cans.
Okay, and behind you?
This will be for paper, and this will be for plastic.
Nice. So the snacks themselves are going to be healthy. We want to encourage kids to be good to their bodies, but we also want to encourage them to be good to the environment. So while the choice of snacks will determine how they're healthy, the things around them will encourage them to develop habits that will ultimately be taken to their own homes, to their community, and the world, which is what ReNew is all about. Now here's a tip that you can use to transfer any of the images that you get in your kit into your design, or perhaps come up with one of your own. Janet, you're using the recycle symbol.
That's correct.
For the snack room?
Yes. We're going to be making a poster, and this is my template for cutting out a piece of white styrofoam that will go on the poster.
Reused white styrofoam.
That's right.
And you're using an autograph machine?
It's an autograph machine, but you can use an overhead projector as well.
Right, so go back to school, borrow one of the ones from your church classrooms, and use this. A fast, easy way, really simple. I think anyone can do it, even somebody with no artistic skills, which is not you. We want our kids to be thinking about the stories while they're eating in the snacks area, so we have these centerpieces that depict different parts of the story. Our thorns, our seeds, and our blooming flowers. Now, our thorns are just rocks and actual thorns stuck into a recycled bottle. Pretty self-explanatory. Our seeds are just a soup can wrapped in grocery bag paper, and then some 20-gauge wire holding seed packets stuck inside. There's just a piece of foam holding them inside. But ultimately, our flowers are the ones that are truly green. That's because they're made from recycled materials. We have your glass jar full of actual compost, and we have our flowers, which are actually made from egg cartons. Surprisingly, when you cut the little cups out, they do look like flowers. Then, in addition to your egg carton, you'll need your 20-gauge wire, you need your green tissue paper for your leaves, you'll also need your handy glue gun, and you'll need some beads just to embellish it a tad. This is how it works. Once you have your cup cut out, you take some of your wire and you puncture it right through into the center. Now, so it doesn't go all the way through, I've just twisted the end and threaded on a bead to create a nice center. Now, once that's in place, we'll take your tissue paper and cut it around and smush it up, just so you have a little bit of extra fun texture. And I'll puncture it through and slide it right on. Now, to hold it in place, I'm gonna use one more bead, and these are all found beads that you can find probably between the cushions of your couch or at a craft store. And then we'll hit all of this with a dab of our glue gun just to hold it all together. Once that's in place and dry, you might want to add some leaves. In this case, I used some of our spare leaves from the fake plants from other project, and then you just stick it into your compost, right so, and you are all set with your recycled flowers for the snacks area. The snack area is definitely one of my favorites, and it's one that we've been fortunate to set up in a church that has a snack area. But our team has decided to focus on two things: a way for kids to eat healthy and a way for kids to live healthy. And so they've come up with a recycling wall. Of course, we have our recycling bins that were built out of cardboard boxes painted up for paper, aluminum, glass, plastic, and of course our compost heap, a way of recycling a lot of kids don't know about, and a collage that we have made out of actual trash, just a way to remind kids that there are a variety of things that can be recycled, including their homework. And of course, we have our eating area, which in this case we've set up with some centerpieces to remind the kids as they eat of the sower's parable. So we've got our used seedlings, we have our thorns, and of course we have our recycled egg cartons as flowers. Now these can be changed out as the story progresses or used all at once. In all honesty, it doesn't really matter because these are tips and tricks that we've come up to help inspire you to get out there and grow in your faith, have fun, and of course, change the world.